All right, welcome to Las Vegas. Kidding. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Friday, the 6th of January? Yes, or
Yes.
more like December 35th, deciding like depending on where you are in the world right now and what you're doing. But for us here, it is Friday, 6th of January. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. We are feeling good, feeling great. It is the last CGS takeover, right? Yeah.
GCS Takeover, final day. It's been a good week so far.
Yeah.
You know, feedback's been good so far.
Yeah. Have
So-
you guys enjoyed yourselves like in the driver's seat? I mean, this is literally like Gareth's space. We are taking over and we're giving him a break and doing his job. And I feel like it's been a good week. You guys have held it down.
Yeah, it's definitely not been easy.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a reason why this is the Gareth Cliff show, because now we see what he does.
Exactly. And what he's
crazy.
been doing for like forever.
Yeah.
So my name is Lebang Khosana and I'm here joined with my fantastic colleagues. I am with Mash, I am with Ryan, and I am also with James.
Hi.
How are you, James?
I'm awesome. It's been a while since I've been here.
Yeah. I don't think we've had you on for like, what, 84
Sure.
years?
It's been a minute, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But it's good to be back. It's good to be back in the Cliff Central studio.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. And if you're listening and you're wondering, like, who is this James guy? He's a former MKT show producer and host, and now he hosts Between the Lines.
He does. Yeah.
On DSTV. So I feel like we're amongst like some real experienced young individuals out here. And of course, with it being Friday, no politics. I feel like we could just make that the hashtag.
I like it.
Hashtag no politics. Like
No
the only
Politics Friday.
no politics Friday. The only
Yes.
politics that we can discuss are the politics in this building, in this room. Because you know, with Mash around,
Wait, what?
it's a guarantee. It's guaranteed to shake. Mash, how you doing this morning?
I am good, Lebang. I am feeling fresh. I'm feeling amazing. And I am excited for the big man to come back next week. I heard he's going to be coming with some tequila. So I am really
Ooh.
amped up.
Yes, and you know, Gareth and tequila, it's like, you know, same WhatsApp group. So we're
We are.
guaranteed to get some good tequila.
Yes. So that's what I'm excited about this week.
That's cool. That's cool. And it's actually the weekend. Like, do you guys have anything planned? Because technically, like I said, December 35th, a lot of people are still in like chilled mode. People are just hanging back. A lot of people are like, we're the only people like pretty much working like 9 to 5ing this whole week. Like we came back so early. Sending emails is ridiculous because everybody has this out of office, like, hey, still on the beach, see you later, or only back on the 16th. And I'm like, wow, people live such nice lives.
Don't you think those out of office emails are quite like douchebaggy? Like, I'm still on holiday. Don't contact me.
Yeah.
You know, you still working. You're the sucker. You got this email.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they out of office emails are pure jackassery.
No,
Yeah.
they definitely are.
What's an email? I don't know you guys still use this.
Oh, are you not back full time, James?
No, I'm only back next week.
Oh,
really?
So-
look at you.
Yeah, charging my laptop now is the first time it's charged since I've been at work last year.
Oh, wow.
Hectic.
Wow.
So it happens when you're a star. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Exactly. There's like a certain cadence though that comes with your out of home email. Like you have to like position it
Yeah.
properly. You can't be a douchebag because clearly we still have work to do next year.
Yeah,
So don't be
exactly.
like, hey yo, don't call me. I'll call you. I ain't got time for you. You have to be like, hi, I know your life sucks and blah 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 blah. But you can find me if you need me, type thing. But if you are still on holiday, chilling, doing your thing, lucky you, enjoy it because I feel like I'm getting this vibe of as soon as the world opens, it's just we have to hit the ball running. Like there's no more chill time, there's no more play time. We've got like meetings back to back next week. It's just gonna be insane. So it's like the last real weekend, for most people. So what are your guys' plans for the weekend? Let's hear it, Mash. I know you've got something wild planned. I can feel it in my fingers.
Well, Lebang, the thing about my life is I don't really plan. Things just tend to happen to me. So nobody plans any of the things that happen
Sure.
to me. They just happen. So I am just open-minded this weekend. I'll just actually play it by ear. So whatever happens, happens. Whatever doesn't happen. If I see anybody from the audience this weekend, then great.
Mhm.
If I don't, then
Probably
not
also
so
still great because whatever you'll be doing
Yeah,
will be wild
listen,
either way.
That
If-
is
if-
true.
If anyone in the audience is listening and you happen to see Mash over the weekend, please just go and check on him and see if he's
Yeah.
okay.
Check for a pulse.
Because the places he's been dragged over the December holidays, he just needs somebody to make sure he's fine and he's not under duress of any kind.
Hectic.
So
Hectic. Mash, you're just gonna take that. You're just gonna allow
Yes.
Ryan to just bash you.
it's a caring thing.
All I can say is welcome to the show. Welcome.
The baptism of fire. Huh?
James, what's been happening? Like, it's been a minute. Like I said earlier, we
Sure.
haven't seen you for a while. You must have been extremely busy. What have you been up to?
Yeah, towards the end of last year, World Cup was huge.
Oh, you on World Cup?
Oh,
I was.
Nice.
It was huge. Lots of stuff to do. Lots of storylines to follow, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ryan knows. I'm not sure how into football Lebang and Mash.
Well, look, having Ryan in the office has been pleasant in that he's kind of forced football onto the rest of us. Like you walk into the
Nice.
office, there's
Yeah.
like this big World Cup form on the door with
Nice.
all these teams, of which, to be honest, we only really started caring towards the semis. But it was
Yeah.
like in good spirits that he kept us involved, like from the beginning, like back in the day before everybody
Nice.
that matters got there.
Nice. You got to keep it in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
have to.
he really did. So you've been busy with you were busy with more sports, of course.
Yeah, all the World Cup things we had to do. We did a lot of coverage for that for my show Between the Lines.
Okay.
And then we're back to the new year, new sport, new Premier League season.
Nice.
Back to sport next week.
Okay, so it's just another day for you, huh?
Just another
James
day.
actually called the final.
I did.
Like he predicted
I
who
did.
was gonna...
He predicted the score. He predicted it was gonna go.
I did.
What did he say? 2-2.
2-2
And then
penalties. Argentina
penalties, and then you say Argentina
Yeah,
win. I
so
saw
I
the
was
clip, and I saw the clip before because they interviewed everyone
Oh,
before on the show,
yeah,
and I saw, and I was like, "There's no way James
Yeah.
called this thing,"
I did.
and he did.
and he did.
So
100%.
I hope you placed some bets
I
because
hope
like
so.
Yo,
Drake,
you better put
like
bets
if
on
if
that.
you didn't put any bets, bro, I'm going to laugh at you because like
Sure.
Drake placed a bet and he's like $1 million richer, $1 million richer because of that. So how
So-
much did you get?
So here's the thing, right? After that game is only when I
Mm.
started getting into betting.
No, James.
Yeah,
So you slept on yourself
yeah, I
essentially.
slept
Yeah.
myself. Mm.
I couldn't believe you called it. That was dead on.
Yeah.
Well done.
No, you
And
must...
after I've gotten into betting, I've made money here and there by knowing things.
Nice.
So I'm okay.
Good for you. Good for you. Ryan, what's the plan for the weekend, bro?
Weekend. To be honest, I plan to sleep in.
Oh,
You know.
nice.
Nice.
This week has been an early week for me, so
Mm.
it's been up at 4 every morning.
Of
So it'll be
course.
nice to just actually be in bed after 6.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
No, that's cool. That's cool. But like, you must just like set yourself up because I feel like you've done so well this week with like just being up and being on time. You're about to do this for a while.
Oh yeah.
So
no,
just get
it's
into the
really-
groove of
friend.
it.
Yeah,
So-
we're in this for the long haul now.
That's dope. That's what's up. So there's quite a lot that I know we have to discuss on the show today. Mash has some things on his mind. Ryan has some things on his mind. And I think it's only fitting that we like speak to James about sports. Like that's literally his
I'm
bread
in.
and butter.
I love it.
So a bit later on, maybe he can give us like a nice update on exactly what's going on. Just the things that we as non-sport fans should know.
I love
mean,
it.
you know, like it's nice to be able to fill in on some conversations when people are talking about soccer. You also want to be like, yeah, and that blah blah blah. Just sound like you know what you're talking about, even though you don't actually give a rat's ass. It's always it's nice to know like a couple of things, just a few things
I
here
got
and
you
there.
guys.
Yeah.
I got it.
So Mash, what is the CES what showcase? I know that like many of you may not know this, but as much as Mash is a wild individual, he's also such a smart person
Mhm.
and he's into tech like crazy. Like every time I've got a problem with like my laptop or my phone, I'm like, Mash, and he just goes, "Gung," and it's fixed. Like he's a wizard. I don't know how he does it, but I feel like that's also his vibe. Mash, fill us in. CES 2023 in Las Vegas?
So basically, the CES is the Consumer Electronic Showcase, and
Uh-huh.
it's taking place at the moment in America. It is the biggest gadget convention that happens at this time of year, every single year. Today is the main day, at the Las Vegas convention, and we expect to see some more exciting tech news. So I'll be sharing a couple of things that have launched thus far. It has been very, very interesting. A lot of tech has launched so far, and keep in mind that only today is the main day, meaning today we're going to be seeing so many announcements from all your favorite brands. This is the same convention where all of your favorite tech is launched every single year. Samsung launches their new phones. For years, PlayStation has been launching their new consoles at this convention. So it is kind of a big deal. So I'm going to actually break it down into different categories because there's so many things launching today. And yesterday alone, there was just so many things. So I'm going to break it down, starting off with TVs. So in the world of wireless TVs, I'm sure you've never even heard of that as well. Wireless TVs, TVs that you don't have to plug in, TVs that don't need cables to connect to your box.
Power source.
That's wild.
It's completely wireless. So LG launched their first wireless 4K TV that works fully without any cables between the actual box and your TV. So your decoder can work seamlessly, streaming 4K content to your TV without any cables. It is insane. And then a startup called Displace showcased a wireless 55-inch TV that can be mounted to glass. Now, this one is fully wireless, doesn't even need a power cable. You just mount it to the glass and keep it moving.
I need to ask. I'm sorry to stop you. For someone like me who like really has no clue, like wireless, wow. So where's the power coming from if I'm not plugging it? Like, I need to know.
So the TV has built-in battery packs, which actually slot into the sides. The TV is quite thin, and these battery packs are even thinner. They slot into the sides of the TV, and you just push them out when you're ready to push them out. Since the TV can be mounted to glass, it has suction cups. You can just take it off the glass and just charge it.
Oh, this sounds like a bit of a nightmare. Like glass. Like I'm just imagining like my kids running around and trying to touch the TV that's connected. No, it sounds messy. So do I recharge the batteries? Like how often do I recharge? Are they solar rechargeable? Like
I am not too sure.
Yeah,
this
like,
is still a prototype.
This is South Africa. Like my first thought is power.
Yeah, exactly. What is that?
What is that? Like what's happening? Do we plug it into a power bank? What's going on with these TVs?
Or is it because it's South Africa that we're getting battery packed TVs?
That's how we need it.
Actually.
And also the Chinese TV maker TCL unveiled a TV so clear and immersive that if you watched ANC corruption on it, you'd be arrested as an accomplice. That is how clear this TV is. And moving on to some health and medical, a startup called Withings showcased a $500 device called the U-Scan that goes into your toilet and scans your pee. It analyzes what substances are in the iron and what's in your iron and analyzes your nutritional and ovulation levels.
Yeah, because we want to know that every time we piss.
Also, would I not go to a doctor for that kind of information or no?
But now you just pee in your own toilet and get that information immediately.
So can they not?
Sure.
So it's like a low-key drug test, but
basically,
I need that.
The brand hasn't confirmed yet whether or not this device can also act as a pregnancy test. So we're yet to find out about that. Hopefully not.
This is messy. Like I'm just like imagining like going on a date with someone, going to their bathroom, taking a piss, and then they just get a notification like the person that just pissed in your toilet is pregnant.
Oh my Lebang.
I mean, no, but I mean that would make for an entertaining family dinner or something. You know what I mean?
Amongst
Very
other
kind
things.
of
I don't know if the word is entertaining, but it would make for something for sure. No, that's pretty cool that like, you know, people are that innovative and coming up with stuff like that. So
things are crazy out here. Another exciting launch was also the launch of a company called Kohler launched a product lineup of smart shower accessories. These are shower accessories with built-in AI features that allow you to say, hey, voice assistant, hey, hey, and set the temperature precisely. Turn on the shower, turn off the shower. You can even split the shower into one side of the shower is hot, one side of the shower is cold under one shower head. In case you're showering with someone and you like two different zones.
this is like rich people stuff. Like,
Yeah, no, this.
are we becoming lazy as people? Like now we can't put our own, you know, temperatures.
We are becoming lazy because another startup, another French startup called Roll Curls has launched electric roller skates that actually you attach them to your shoes and then they just increase the pace of your walking. And you should see these. They are absolutely ridiculous. And that's just how lazy we've become as people.
Yo, we suck. What? What? So I can attach these things to my shoes and I can walk faster.
You just walk faster. And you should see how much faster. It's not even notable.
Hey, this sounds a bit problematic though.
Sure.
Like, what if I can't keep up with my shoes? Like now I'm fighting myself the entire time.
Things are crazy.
Yeah.
And then lastly, in the startup category and the unveilings, we have cars. So Sony unveiled their first electric car prototype called the Alfida.
Mhm.
This car is actually launched in partnership with Honda, and it's a very dull-looking, extremely high-tech EV, and it's one that we're really excited about. Nothing really noteworthy about it. It's similar to all the Teslas. But one noteworthy car unveiling was BMW's.
Mhm.
BMW
Mhm.
unveiled their futuristic iVision D. D stands for Digital Emotional Experience. This is their vision for the
Holy
next level
Moses.
between human-machine interaction. This car is basically Siri as a car. There's a version of the car that can change colors. It can switch between 32 different colors,
Oof.
and you set it on your phone. But the example of the car interacting was very cringe at the demo. It sounded too much like a person standing in the back with a mic. We were entertained, but it was just a little bit too cringe because this car sounded too human. It was responding. You see how we're talking, Lebang?
Yeah.
That's literally how this car sounded. It even had some personality, some bavavoom. I was kind of put off a little bit because
Mm,
this reminds me of a video I saw a couple of years ago from Google,
mm,
of Google showcasing some new AI features of the Google Pixel.
mm.
And one noteworthy feature that made me quite cringy was, I can't remember the name of the feature, but basically they demoed it by showing the Pixel phone calling a restaurant, perfectly emulating its owner's voice and trying to book a reservation.
This sounds like a scammer's haven. No.
Right?
no.
Imagine you just say on your phone, yeah, restaurant, you put in your calendar next week, Thursday, restaurant, this restaurant, and your phone just automatically calls in the back, pretending to be you.
I mean, I can definitely see the benefits of that, but I can also quite clearly see the danger in that. It's just, again, we're becoming lazy.
All
you
I
know?
see is danger.
Hey, that's where the danger is, bro.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Tesla now. I read a story yesterday about a guy, I don't know if you guys saw this, who drove his entire family off of a cliff
Yeah.
Wait, what?
inside his Tesla
Mm.
just to, I mean, everybody survived, but now he's obviously like, now he's arrested for trying to kill his whole family.
That's wild.
Wow.
Like, sure, you've got a Tesla.
Wait,
sure, yeah.
so the Tesla didn't try like redirect him. This wasn't like a Tesla's fault. It was he purposefully tried to kill his family.
Well, he purposely drove his entire family off a cliff. The Tesla crashed. Everybody survived, including his kids. Everybody survived. But now he's arrested for trying to kill his entire family. So kudos to the Tesla for
wow.
saving everybody. But
Mm.
like, damn, that guy is trash, clearly.
Yeah.
What was
So-
his goal there? Does anyone know? Just to test the.
I guess so. I guess so. And
Like-
no, like to test
What's
the
the point?
exactly. What is the reason? What is the reason?
What was the reason?
Like, thank goodness his family survived, but just be
Mm.
careful who you marry, bro, because clearly, like, it's wild out there.
Lebang, there's a comment there for you from Liam saying, Lebang, I would be more surprised if the toilet said you weren't pregnant.
Me too, Liam. Me too. No, I'm with you there, bro. But that toilet must fall. It just sounds way too problematic. Like I just can't imagine it. Congo Christmas, who's the new guy?
We got Congo Christmas is in the chats. He's been away all week.
Really?
It's nice to see everyone returning back because next week we are back to regular programming.
Uh-huh.
You know, Congo Chris, this is James from the MKT show, the ex-producer and host of the MKT show. Yeah. So
That's James, yeah.
that's pretty much James, host of BTL right now. So
Yeah.
Mm.
we
And
thought
I can see another comment. Chris Wyatt Africa's asking, where is Gareth lounging on a beach? Chris, we also want to know. We also have no clue. What I can tell you though is that he is enjoying every single moment of this quiet alone time. Like he wants nothing to do with people right now, and I think he deserves it because being Gareth, can you imagine how many people he has to interact with every single day?
Yeah.
And everybody wants that same smile, that same energy. Everybody wants something from him. So I think like this is the week to just like give him a break. You know, just like let him have his moments.
Yeah.
Sanele, why is he trying to text the Tesla? Was he trying to text the Tesla, or was he trying to kill the family and the Tesla? Hey man, Sanele, to respond to your comment, nobody knows. But hopefully that man will end up in jail because what he did was just insanely wild. Speaking of wild, a lot of things happen along the coast in South Africa, just because we have such an insane country and a beautiful country. But speaking of, I know that there was a seal that went rogue in Cape Town this week, and I saw that video, and I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit in between. Like on one end, I'm like, kudos to you, Seal, fighting for your home. You got to do what you got to do.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, damn, Seal, like that's a child, bro. Like,
did any of you guys know that seals could? Because I saw this video and was kind of shocked. It was an animal that I did want to pick up and cuddle once upon a time.
Oh,
not anymore after seeing that. Did anyone know that they could do these kinds of things? Just me that didn't.
James, that video single-handedly was the reason why you didn't want to pick up and cuddle a seal. I don't know anybody that wants to pick up and cuddle seals, or maybe it's just me.
We actually have the video here. It is for sensitive viewership, so if
PCA, PSA.
Just take a look at it, because it is actually quite devastating to see how this thing goes. Have a look here.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
seal is attacking everything in its path. Please stay clear of places that you don't belong.
That seal woke up and chose violence that morning.
Yeah, no, that seal decided what are these things in my home? Like, humans, leave, exit. You guys have houses and things.
Yeah.
Shame, man.
Sure.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah. So, whenever I go to the beach, I never thought I'd have to worry about a seal. But this video has literally gone viral around the world. Like, it has been shared all over. So it's actually quite scary.
These seals are hurtful. I mean, think about it. How long have we been going to the beach every single year, just taking over their joint, coming through there, doing whatever the hell we want?
Tell him.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, seals unite. Sorry, like, it's time. And I feel like Mother Nature is fighting back. Like, this isn't it's not a unique story. Like, generally, like, Mother Nature is just like fighting back. She wants her home back. Like, we are messing the world up. I mean, Tracy's saying, shame. The seals may be neurologically affected by some sort of algae. What bothers me was the a-hole manhandling the pup at the end.
Well, I kind of... you see, it's a fine line, because when this thing's attacking kids, like it's not just like, pestering, it's literally attacking. So these guys had to grab it, and throw it back.
I mean,
and so it was kind of manhandling, but I mean, this thing it just attacked 2 kids.
It didn't know. No. This seal can't tell the difference between a grown adult and a baby. Like, for them, it's just like,
I mean, yeah, it's
human, whether you're a child or not, like, not to defend the seals in any way, but like, we have to kind of be realistic about this. I like Nico's comment. He says, damn, that's funny. Nobody has a cricket bat on the beach. Boost that seal in the face. It's easier to say, but I feel like in the moment, when it's just like, attack mode, finding a bat isn't the first thought.
Exactly. And it's a baby seal.
It's a baby seal. It
a
doesn't
baby
know
seal,
any better.
I do want you guys to be aware, though. I was looking now just to see what was the outcome of that whole incident, who got hurt, if there was anything sort of else that happened afterwards. I Googled, and apparently there's a rise in seal attacks, and the SPCA is warning the public to steer clear after the woman was bitten
Oh,
at Cape
Yeah.
Town Beach.
Let's hope that the public will listen, because like always, people just don't listen. So they will go back today and say, well, it's my last day of holidays. I'm going to the beach. No matter what, no seal formed against me shall prosper. Okay, Karen.
yeah.
All right, go forth.
And also, watch Cape Townians blame this on Joburgers. Watch. I'm saying
Everything's our fault, right?
everything's
Like if Joburgers didn't come to Cape Town in December, this wouldn't be happening. There'd be less sales.
See,
flocking the
even
beach.
Congo Christmas is after seeing all the Barleys in Cape Town, I relate to the seal. There you go already.
Yeah, no,
It's Joburg's fault.
But can we quickly, just for a moment before we get into the news, just quickly talk about the influx of Joburg people in Cape Town, like during this period?
and Durban, I feel like.
Yeah, I think it used to be Durban. Durban used to be the place to be.
Oh, okay, I see. So
But
it's
now it's
switched
like
up.
everybody goes to Cape Town, or
Yeah.
those who can afford it anyway. But it's almost like people are willing to spend their last R2 to go to Cape Town. I don't get it. I don't get the hype. I did it once and I was like, oh, so I'm seeing the very same people I see in Joburg, but now we're in Cape Town. Doing the same thing we do in Joburg, but now we're doing it in Cape Town. I don't get it.
I've
I don't
seen
get it.
so many videos. I think we've even spoken about it this week. I've seen so many videos of Cape Townians like just going off and being like, you GP number plates must get the hell out of here now. Go back to work.
Exactly. I'd be like that. All right, let's get into some news articles. I don't know if you guys are down for some news, but I think it's always important to at least know a little bit of something. And I think the one that I couldn't believe was the fact that Prince Harry has accused his brother Prince William of a 2019 physical attack. Now, the word physical attack really makes it sound
I know, right?
hectic, like
Who got
as if like
beaten?
he beat his ass or whatever. So, according to the article, Harry writes that during a disagreement in the kitchen of his London home, William called his wife Meghan Markle difficult, rude, and abrasive. This was before he tackled him to the ground as the pair continued to argue. That is insane. So apparently, I'm going to try to do the voice. He grabbed me by the collar, ripping my necklace, and he knocked me to the floor. I landed on the dog's ball, which cracked under my back, the pieces cutting into me. This is quite hectic. Like, he remembers where he fell and the pieces cutting into him. Harry then told his older brother to leave. William looked regretful and apologized. This is what Harry recalled, and this is according to the newspaper. So the last reveal about the brothers' tumultuous relationship comes as their father, King Charles, prepares for his coronation in May, following the September death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, at age 96. So, I mean, which siblings don't fight?
Yeah.
Even the royals, huh?
You know what I mean? Like, they just, if anything, it's showing like the human side of them. You know, like
Wow.
But this is big, like falling under Meghan's regime again. Like, this is so dramatic for everything. I mean, this book is now coming out, and I'm just like, dude, now you're slamming your family.
But that family has put him through so
No,
much crap.
I know, but the thing is, you are now invested. You can't be mad at the royals for not giving you security. You can't be mad at the royals for not wanting you around in your hometown. You can't be mad at people from the UK being mad at you trying to destroy the monarchy. Like, I don't want to get into this again, but
I completely disagree. I think he's definitely allowed to choose whatever path he wants and live his own life. If his family has single-handedly like ruined his entire upbringing, and mind you, this is Diana's son. Like, lest we forget who we're talking about. This is Diana's son, bro. Like, he is going to fight the good fight just like his mother did. I think it's just like there's a lot going on out there anyway, and royals be royaling at the end of the day, man. What can we do? Okay, let's go to another story. Joburg speed cameras are back.
Oh, no.
Are they back online?
all I want to know is, why didn't I get the notification they were off? Because this whole time I'm thinking they were offline. I mean, they were online this whole time. Since, like, when did they shut down?
Well,
They've
they
been
came
off
out
for a while.
Yeah, they came out, I think, last year sometime.
Like last year, June or something.
So the reason why this is all happening is because there were more than 6,000 speeding offenses on New Year's Day. Damn, where was everybody going? So after almost 2 years of no speed cameras on Joburg roads, more than 6,000 speeding violations were recorded on camera on New Year's Day. Wow, that's a lot.
Wow.
So Metro Police spokesperson Xolani Fihla said their high-speed unit recorded a total of 6,312 cases of speeding on January the 1st alone. Guys, that is a lot.
Where were you guys going?
Benyapi.
Yeah, who's in a rush on New Year's Day?
Like, wait, my question is like, where's the location? Like, where we at? Where we going with it? So apparently, all the suspects were detained at the Lenasia South SAPS and are released on 1.5 bail each. They are due to appear at Lenasia court during the week. Wait. Someone do the math. 1.5 times 6,000. Quickly.
I did math slit. That's
Please.
you guys.
I quickly want to see something.
That is about 1.5 times 6,000.
1.5 times 6,000.
You got this, Mash.
I just want to quickly see
I
something.
got 9 million, but I don't know if I
Yeah, it's 9 million.
9 million.
Just on New Year's Day, just from speeding. I know.
That should make that dude with the. What's that guy with the stupid hat again? Becky Taylor. That should make him happy.
Big Taylor. Nah, he's probably just like, yay, 9 million. Where's my cut?
Yeah.
But you know,
Where's my 20%?
I also know someone who is an officer,
Mhm.
and I went to this friend of mine's place, the officer, and as soon as I got there, he's actually a traffic officer to be quite precise. The fridge is just full of Coke. There's so much Coke in the fridge.
Like Coca-Cola.
So much Coca-Cola. Yes, Coca-Cola, Red Bull, you name it, he got it. And I
Wait,
was
hold
like,
on.
wow.
Mash, are you saying what I think you're saying?
What do you mean, Mesh?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Okay.
No, we get it.
The
No,
cops got
no.
lots of Coke.
In other news, so Woolworths responds after Nico Panaggio calls out the popular retailer over prices. Oh yes, I saw this.
Yes, we discussed
So-
this yesterday.
You did, nah?
So now Woolworths is hit back.
What did Woolworths say? It seems like they are just like involving themselves in matters that essentially like the people have spoken. You guys have
Yeah.
upped your prices and we are no longer going to shop at your place. The end.
The only
Yeah.
response we accept from such a scenario is lower prices.
Yeah,
Is
like
this
that's it.
Is this the thing about the milk? I know there was a milk thing.
I think
at some
it
point this
began
week,
like
yeah.
that. So on Tuesday, the Survivor SA host wrote in a tweet to Woolworths SA, "It's been wonderful having you around. Great quality most of the time. However, since you keep putting up your prices weekly, it seems you're going to see us less and less. Thought I
Mhm.
should tell you since we've been in a trading relationship for so very long." Boo-hoo, sad story, bro. Like,
I just want to know what Woolworths said.
I also want to know what Woolwords said.
Doesn't I mention it?
I'm looking for it. In response, oh, there we go. In response to a media query, a Woolworths spokesperson told News 24, at Woolworths, we strive to keep our price increases to an absolute minimum.
Yeah,
Lies.
right.
There are, however, circumstances which often lie outside our control, which have an impact on price adjustments. We'll only accept a price adjustment at a last resort after exploring all revenues to prevent one. So essentially, blah, 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 blah.
Essentially, sorry for you.
Yeah, like-
no,
Cupcake,
you're
that's
stuck.
What it is, yeah.
Nothing, basically. Like,
Nice.
it's on you. We're still going to keep making money.
Soz.
Those who are loyal will be loyal. The rest of you can
Yeah.
eat a dick. That's what they say.
Also, did you bring your Woolies card? Is
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the little black shopping bag, or are you gonna buy yet another one to add onto your many that you have at home?
Can I just tell you, I'm the guy that if you walk in my front door,
Yeah.
there's about 25 million black Woolies bags because I always forget them. I
Of
always have
course.
to buy new ones.
Of course.
Mm.
But I think that's part of like the trick. They don't really want you to bring them again and again. They want you to keep buying new ones, right?
Yeah, and I never do.
Sneaky Russians. Okay. All right. Final story. Akon no show. I mean, do you guys even remember Akon? Like
Sure.
convict
Oh,
music. So he's still getting booked. Well, he doesn't show up, but anyway, he was booked at a nightclub in Cape Town, and it's called Saint. And I
Yeah,
think he charged a bar. He charged $1 million
So-
bucks, and he didn't pitch.
no.
No, he didn't charge that
This wasn't Akon. This was, I don't know if you're Lebang, if you're on Twitter, you would have
Yeah.
seen for NYE, they had that table 1 million.
Yes.
So now they had Akon for 3 nights, right? They went and
Okay.
advertised it. We spoke about this earlier this week. And then they did the same thing for January 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yeah.
It was a night with Akon. And then table 1 was $1 million, table 2, 750, and so on and so forth for those 10 tables.
Yeah.
So now Mash informed me yesterday, he's like, but did you see Akon was a no-show? So these guys paid $1 million. So that's minimum spend. You had to put down $1 million. So like table 1 was $1 million.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was minimum spend.
Sure.
And I actually have their apology here. It's actually quite.
So wait, what are they apologizing for? Because did they sell dreams or?
No, so basically, if you listen to the podcast, I've put the apology up on screen. It's basically They say we would like to address the artist no show at Saints Champagne Bar and Lounge, Tuesday, 3rd of January. I don't want to read the whole thing because it's so long, but basically they made a deal with Akon to come through. Apparently Akon's people approached them.
Okay.
And then he didn't show.
Okay.
But my whole thing is,
it's Akon, guys. Like, no offense. Like, I'm not trying to. It's Akon. It's 2023. Like, what exactly am I gonna get out of that experience?
Leave him to go finish building the schools.
Exactly. I'd much rather like sit and have lunch with Akon and just like pick his brain about all the great work that he's doing, rather than go to the club and hear him perform songs from like when I was 12.
so,
Maybe it's just me.
So you don't want to pay R1 million to see Akon Lebang?
Absolutely.
I don't want to pay R1 million full stop. Like, you don't even need to go to the Akon part. Like, now I must go to the club number 1 and pay R1 million. What am I getting for that R1 million? Am I walking out of there with a degree, like overnight degree? Am I walking out of like, are the waitresses like wiping my ass for me? I've got questions. Like, R1 million.
He's gonna perform 4 songs, Lebang. Come on.
Please name 4 songs right now. Name 4 Akon songs.
No, I can't. But he's performing Lonely, I'm So Paid, and
I Just Had Sex.
And
isn't that not him?
Yes.
2 more. 2 more.
Freedom.
Freedom
and Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I don't think those are the 4 he's
Nailed
performing,
it.
but those are, you know.
You just named random 4 songs.
I know he's
I feel
performing
like
Lonely.
You
though.
guys
That's-
just said
that's
any
what-
words, like anything that sounds like rainbow, anything that
Happy,
sounds like a song.
Beautiful, rainbow.
Turned in the club. Anything that could be a song, but no, screw that. I think it's
But he
ridiculous.
needs money to build Akon City.
That's true.
You know,
What?
that
Is
news.
Akon City is the city that
It's
he's
like
building.
this city that he's building, this smart city. It's
He's
like,
been building it for a while.
yeah, no.
Yeah, I
it's-
think in 2023, can we please stop entertaining Saint? No offense to the
I
club,
agree.
but what they're doing right now is just, it's ridiculous. They're taking advantage of us. Every single thing that they do out there, we need to talk about, and it's just it feels a bit redundant to me. So, Saint, bye. We'll see y'all. Bro.
So Lebang, I can kind of answer some of your question if you aren't aware
Go for it.
about what this R1 million table does bring you.
Okay.
This is kind of hearsay, and it's not all of the things that it offers you.
Yeah.
So it's not from experience.
No, because I don't have R1 million to
Right.
spend on a table at a nightclub.
I just thought,
no,
because
no.
you're on another level now. Okay, no, okay.
So apparently you get, I think it's between 4 and 5 always on hand wait staff. You get, I think, 4 bottles of Aces champagne, a bunch of free drinks, and then you're set up like the DJ. You're behind the DJ booth basically.
Bore me some
Oh,
more.
so
Where
you
you
watching the back of Akon?
You're watching the back of Akon.
Oh,
Right.
they need to put that in the fine print.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm,
that's
You also get 2 bounces.
Oh, you do?
Because we
Yeah,
need
okay.
them so bad.
Yeah, you do.
well. I mean,
If you've got a
You can't
million,
let's
yeah.
be real. Let's be real.
Because I'm standing outside with a knife.
Or anyone who's sitting at table 1. Let's be real.
Yeah, you're targeting yourself. You
Yeah.
literally like
Not even you targeting yourself, but what did like? That money's not clean.
no. Of
Let's
course.
be real.
But-
Anyone who's sitting at table 1, it's like,
But
you know.
this is Cape Town, honey. Come on,
That's
we know what happens.
Oh,
over
that's
there.
true.
The guy
Yeah.
that was at table 1 for the New Year's Eve party, his name is JP Funder something.
JP Fanda what? Is it JP from our comment?
Mash is googling.
No,
Mash is
I don't
googling.
think so. But he's on TikTok, and he calls himself like the top G of South Africa.
Mm.
oh,
And
Oh,
he had the
top
number
G of
1
Cape
table.
Town.
Yes,
I've seen him on TikTok.
He had the R1 million table at New Year's Eve.
Oh,
Yes, it was him. Yeah,
wow, what a waste of money.
he's a crypto.
You know, it was all
millionaire
local
person.
lineup there as well.
Yeah.
Really?
So the
It was
lineup
all
decent.
local, yeah, for New Year's Eve, and that's why when they released the Akon one, I was like, okay, so at least I have a little bit of international. coming
They're
through.
doing too much though. Like in the past, I think 2-3 months, they must have hired a new PR team because it's just been like a lot.
No, it
Every
has.
week, Saint is in the news for some dumb shits or
You're very
other,
right.
and we just have to sit here and consume this nonsense.
Because I wonder if that guy knows you can go see like DJ Kabza for like $350 at some other clubs. You know,
Actually. So Nico in the comments is saying, Akon's still alive, money making scene. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Yeah.
and look, no hate on Akon's like music. He has some classics and he's doing his thing outside of the entertainment space, which is very, very remarkable work. But like that setting in a club, sitting
Nah.
talking to him, and also back in the day when Akon was still relevant, he used to take his brother to do some shows for him. So we don't even know if it would be Akon performing or Akon's brother filling in for him. So you have to just be careful, guys. Like,
also, Akon's not scared to fight a fan on stage. He's done that before, and it's kind of
Right.
terrifying to watch.
I feel like Akon's old at this
Yeah.
stage. And
Yeah, he did piss
yeah.
off the Americans not too long ago on that other podcast.
When he
Oh,
said
yeah.
Africans are more talented.
Yes, he
than
said
African
Africans are more
Americans.
talented than
Yeah.
African Americans.
To the people that made him, I was like,
no lies detected. No lies. I mean, facts. Yeah. Anyway, moving swiftly along. So I saw yesterday on Twitter. I mean, Twitter is just such a wild space, but people have this thing of oversharing, right? Which I think is becoming more and more of a problem. And there's this trend of taking screenshots of your WhatsApp conversations and posting them online for people to see, because what is privacy anymore? And this lady who has children and is in seemingly a healthy co-parenting relationship decided to take screenshots of the conversations that she has with her baby daddy and shared it online and was like, oh, co-parenting done the right way. But these conversations were a bit iffy. I won't lie. It was a little bit too comfortable for my liking. And I just don't understand like how she was so comfortable doing that. She got a lot of backlash. But the real question is like getting into relationships with people that have children. Number one, red flag. I have to be honest. As somebody who has a child, it's not the easiest thing to do. But now you're in a relationship with this person who's completely speaking to their ex in this overly comfortable manner. I don't think it's real. I think it's balls. And the people that were defending it are people who are also participating in this mess. There's no respect there. I mean, if you guys see these conversations, it was like, hey, hun, blah, blah, blah. Yes, babe, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is...
Lebang, I have one of the screenshots open right now.
Please, can you just recite it to us?
And okay, so the I think it's the woman actually texting this to the guy, and she's like, "Happy New Year, hun. Have a blessed 2023. May God grant you good health, wealth, love, prosperity, and above all, greater success in all your plans." The guy responds, "Thank you, mummy. Happy New Year to you too. May 2023 be the best year for you, and may you attain all your heart's desires." And she responds, "Thank you, Dada."
Dad.
Dada.
And aren't there some emojis in there? There's like hearts
1,000. And I saw somebody commented and said, these co-parenting screenshots are proof that dating someone who has a child when you don't could be problematic at times.
Facts.
Baby mama and baby daddy can always smash each other if they want to.
No, I really think that person's correct. There has to be some sort of boundary. That's why I said, like, it's not that it's dangerous. If you fall in love with someone that has a child, good. That's nice that you found love. But just make sure that the person that they have a child with understands that it's just civil co-parenting, nothing more, no emotional availability, no blah, blah, blah. Now, some people don't understand that. And the fact that she shared this on Twitter, I didn't like why? Like, what was the purpose? Like, must we all be like, oh, that's so cute. You guys have such a nice relationship. No, it's dodgy. Anybody dating that guy, I've got news for you, dog. I've got news for you, dog. And anybody dating that woman as well, I've got news for you.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no boundaries, and it's just an unreal
There's no
thing.
boundaries. Just return to sender.
You know what I mean? Like, some things you can keep in the drafts. Like, you don't always have to hit send, guys. I promise. Like, that is clearly like a very personal thing.
Sure.
And emojis sometimes speak more than the actual words. Like, if I see a heart or like a flower is cool. Like, let's just keep it at flowers. But hearts, those are way too. No.
What if it's like just like a yellow heart? You know how there's like 8 different colors of the hearts?
Can we
Doesn't
quit
matter
with the heart?
color.
thing?
We don't see color here.
Guys,
All we see is
All we
heart.
see is
see
hearts.
shape.
We see shapes. Love is love.
We're not
Like,
happy with that, huh?
no, man,
Sure.
just stop that. And I like Tracy's comment. Tracy says the safest thing with co-parenting is to have a WhatsApp group and include the new partners and only communicate on there. I mean, Tracy has the answers, guys. This is lit, and I like this because there's open communication, it's transparent, and it's also like showing your partner the respect that they need. And they must also be comfortable to know that, you know what, my partner is not doing anything shady. I have nothing to worry about. Therefore, all the comms go through this one channel. I love that. I think that's great. Now, if it works, is another thing.
Sure.
Because you know how some people be like, why do I have to discuss Thomas's school fees in front of Maria? I don't even know her like that. I've been married to Maria for 7 years. I don't care. Anything can happen.
Can I just ask, was this a local story or was this international?
It's a local story.
because I was gonna say things are gonna change when money is asked for.
Exactly.
A little
You know,
bit,
then
yeah.
it's gonna be like, listen,
Little
you need
bit.
to kind of pay me like 3 or 4 grand for this and this and this. Then he's gonna be like, you know, what for? And then where's the heart then?
You'd be surprised
Where's
because I
the
saw
heart
another
then?
screenshot.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw another screenshot on Twitter last night where other couples or other people who are in such similar co-parenting situations
Mm,
posted their WhatsApp screenshots.
mm.
And one of them was like, I paid school fees, so you'll cover the
rest.
trips or the rest. And they're like, sure, my love. Yeah. Oh,
Guys,
so great co-parenting with you,
just
my love.
close the
I was
door.
like,
Just close the door, shut it, and just like be civil. There's nothing worse than just leaving it open for any other possibilities. I feel like that's just emotional abuse, and it's just damaging to keep a person hanging like in the cut, just having them as an option all the time. And it just makes life complicated. Like, as someone who's been in that situation, like when I got into my current relationship, he came with a child. So I was really like, hey, Doug, so you and your baby mama, are y'all cool? And literally, like, I've had nothing to worry about. I've even taken over most of those comms with regards to the child. Like, that's how
I love
chilled
that.
it is. Like, because he's just like, okay, you guys do your thing. I speak to her directly. Hey, what time can we fetch him? Blah, blah, blah. It makes life easier. I have nothing to worry about.
Can I ask, how long did it take?
It took a while, probably like 2 years for us to get comfortable in that.
And is it like, obviously this isn't nowhere near my specialty, but like, do you have to like kind of go out a couple times
no,
with?
no,
Okay.
no, we haven't gone out. We're not friends.
Okay.
We're just like extremely civil. Like, it's important
Right.
for the kids to see all of their parents like okay with each other. Because essentially, like, the kids have like 2 moms and 2 dads now, you
Yes.
know? So for them, we had to just like put our shit aside. But it wasn't easy. Like, in the beginning, it was tense. Like, you know, it was just like awkward if like we're all in the same room, blah, blah. And vice versa. Like with my baby daddy as well. Like, my partner would be like, okay, this is weird. But literally, like, give it time. And if you're like mature enough to handle certain situations, then you won't have those worries. You won't even need the WhatsApp groups, because you'll know that whatever's happening here, it's legit. So yeah, just like stop sharing your WhatsApp conversations online,
No more hearts
guys.
and things and babes and no.
Just keep it close. Keep it close. I feel like that's just like the way to go about it. Rebellious Ruth in the comment section is saying, when co-parenting goes south, it's all about ego. Facts. Facts. Like, that literally like is what it becomes, because essentially this is a child that we're talking about. But most people don't understand that. KB in the comments says, these two are still shagging above co-parenting. Exactly. Just like remove the heart. And look, they're probably not even shagging. Let's be honest. They're probably not. They're probably just very comfortable with each other, and they probably just care about each other. But like, boundaries. How will your partner feel if they see you relating to your baby mama or baby daddy like that? Sims is saying in the comments, I saw the tweet and my biggest issue was the kind of emojis used.
Yeah.
Exactly. White heart, blue heart, yellow heart, purple heart, asnanda. But a heart is a heart is a heart. But anyway, it is what it is, man. So it's almost 7:00. I know that after, like, a bit later on, we have a guest. Yay. I love guests on the show. And we've got a very exciting guest, somebody who I watch on TV from time to time. I low-key feel like I'm a fan, but I don't want to give it away yet. You'll just have to see when we come back. But before we go, I feel like, Ryan, should we do some sports now with James, or what?
Yeah, we can do a little bit.
Let's do it,
Okay.
man. Should we do
Let's
like an
do
intro
that.
song?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and
Nice.
gentlemen, James, the host of BTL Between the Lines, is now on the Gareth Cliff Show. James, take it away, brother.
That was an awesome introduction. That's the best introduction I've ever seen.
All good.
I want to kick it off with Bill star Damar Hamlin. If anybody heard about it, he is a NFL
NFL
player.
star.
He actually had what they diagnosed initially was cardiac arrest on the field after tackling another player. Watching the video, pretty scary to watch. But as of last night, he is awake. He is not speaking. But he apparently did ask the doctors if his team won the game the other night.
Yeah, and
cool.
by the way, that game was called off.
Yeah,
like
game was
this
called
man, just to put into perspective, because I also read the story, he literally died on the field. He lost. They had to resuscitate him on the field, and then when they took him to the hospital, he lost his pulse again. They had to resuscitate him again at the hospital. Yeah, I read this.
No, not a good week for Damar Hamlin. Definitely.
Which is, I mean, it's quite crazy to an entire event. That this just shows you the magnitude of the situation, because they don't normally call off events for injuries, but this man literally passed out on the field, no heartbeat, had to be resuscitated, and then they called off the entire game.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't sound like an injury. It sounds like he died.
So he had
exactly.
a 1 in 264 million incident happen to him, and it's something where you get hit in the left side of your chest at a specific point in your heartbeat, which sends your heart into a cardiac arrest.
Wow.
And that's what had happened with him, which is insane. I mean, what are the chances? 1 in 246 million, or I think I read last night, something like that. Crazy. But he is awake. He's kind of communicating, speaking with doctors again. So that's great news. Other sports news: Cristiano Ronaldo this past week got unveiled at his new club, Al Nassr in Saudi. All of the money, all of it, all of the money,
all of the people.
To put it into context, 8.2 million rand a week.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Whoa,
I actually have
a
I
week.
have an image here.
Wait, please take out your calculator. I just want to see something.
No, so I'm gonna put this breakdown on the screen here, Lebang, if you can see this.
Sure.
I've got Ronaldo's salary breakdown. I don't know if it's
Okay,
is it
cool.
up?
Yeah, I can see it.
All
Yeah.
right. I can't see it.
Okay,
on my end.
Cristiano Ronaldo has just signed the biggest contract in the history of football. That's amazing. So is that pounds? 200
That's
million
euro.
euros. 200 million euros a year. Okay, that's a lot. 16.67 million euros a month. 3.888 million euros a week. 555,555 euros a day. Whoa.
Yeah.
Stop the clocks.
This is so this is just breaking down the overall salary.
For sure. 23,150 euros an hour.
An hour. Yes.
386 euros a minute.
Yeah.
So wait, in the whole time that we've been sitting here doing the show, and we've been here for about an hour, Homeboy has made 23,000 euros by just breathing.
Pretty much.
And every second he makes 6.5 euros.
6.5 euros.
8.2 million rand a week.
8.2 million rand a week.
Outrageous.
Please check your life.
Also, and James, I'm so glad you're on here, because I actually wanted to address this with you.
I like it.
You know, people on Twitter are addressing this as a loss. Like, they make it sound like it's the end of Ronaldo. And I'm just like, the dude's 37 or 38. The dude is cashing out. How is this not a win for him? Let's be real. At the end of the day, you're trying to make money. He's won everything he can win. And so now he's cashing out. I don't see anything wrong with this. What's your opinion on this, James?
I think football is actually in a very interesting time after this World Cup. People may or may not know that a lot of the OG sort of greats of football are calling it time on their careers. So this has been a World Cup of lasts for many players. And I think the whole Messi and Ronaldo era is kind of done now.
Yeah.
I think that's what it signifies. I think.
Really?
I don't know. Ronaldo's...
There were actually so many players at this World Cup that are playing for, you know, it was their final World Cup. You know, a little bit sad to see, but it's the start of a new era, as we've been seeing with Mbappe and you know, Haaland in the Premier League.
I don't know. I think we just got to kind of, I mean, it's been a great, 2 decades, 3 decades now, watching these guys dominate the world of football. I think it's time to now we focus on Haaland and Mbappe and all of those guys.
Yeah,
I think.
Can I just say, and I'm going to say it, this is what sucks about being a talented individual, especially in sports. The rest of us, we sit, we watch you grow, you kick ass, you win awards. And then when we feel like it's over for you, you out, and just somebody younger and fresher comes in, and it just continues.
It's crazy.
It's so messy.
Especially,
excuse that.
Very messy indeed.
Especially when I think you've earned your. I mean, you've done your 10,000 hours. You've won. How many Ballon d'Ors has Ronaldo won? 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I mean, you've obviously done your 10,000 hours, and no player is bigger than the club, of course.
For sure.
But at a certain point in your career, I think you kind of earned certain rights within football. I don't know. I hate the way it's gone down for Ronaldo, but I think it's kind of done between them.
Also, but I mean, like, the dude's getting paid.
He's getting all the money.
Let's
all
be
the
real.
money.
Like, he was like, I'm 38. I'm going to be benched at every club in Europe. Or I can go to Saudi Arabia, be praised for the God I am, and set
And
up 4
sleep-
generations of
Sleep
wealth.
on beds
Yes,
of money. Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
So I don't see this as a loss for Cristiano at all. I think this is the best situation he could have got, to be honest.
Yeah.
It'll suck not seeing him in Europe, but I think, like you say, he's making all the cash, sleeping on money,
Exactly.
living
And
his best life.
I feel like people are just like so easy to comment on stuff.
yeah.
Like you have done nothing near what Ronaldo has done.
Absolutely.
All you do is sit on your fat ass. You're a freaking thumb warrior, and you just
Mm.
type and type and type away. Comment on this man's life. He has done the work. So let him be, bro. I mean, until such a day where you are earning 6 million a week, shut up. Just like shut the fuck up, ho. It's just so frustrating, but it annoys me. Okay, cool. James, do you have anything else for us? Or-
No, that was it. There was just those
Okay.
2 the stories I wanted
Dope.
to give an update on. Old
Dope.
Demar Hamlin.
And that was James, the host of the BTL Between the Lines. All right, cool. It is 7:00, I believe. Let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we are gonna hang out. It's myself, Lebang Khosana, Mash is in the house, James is in the house, and Ryan is in the house. And we have an exciting guest at 7:30. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, and just like that, we are back.
We are back.
Yeah.
Like we never left.
Like we never left. Welcome to the Gareth Cliff Show. As you can see and hear, ain't no Gareth Cliff up in here for now. It's myself, Lebang Khosana, my lovely colleagues, Mash, James, and Ryan. We're going to be hanging out with you for the next hour. So, yeah, let's do this. Friday the 6th. And is it the first Friday of the new year?
It is. It's actually scary to think last week was 2022.
Yeah, actually it was.
It's weird, right?
How long can we say Happy New Year for? Like,
No, this week's cutoff. Sorry,
this
guys.
week is not the cutoff. Most people are only coming
Only
to
coming
work
back
Oh, right.
next week,
And
so
for
they're
them, it's
gonna
going to be
start.
exactly.
So
exactly.
it's the week after next week.
Sorry, so we working extra. That's why,
Yeah.
we trying to fill that place in.
Yeah.
Lebang, I do have a song
Okay.
for Friday that I thought we could play.
Yeah.
I think it's everyone's Friday feels today. Let's.
I don't
take a
really
listen.
want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today. What? What's this? Uh-oh. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today.
That's how I feel.
That goes hard. I like that.
No, it's a
This
vibe.
I
a
don't really
vibe.
want to do the work today.
I thought we'd kick it off like that.
That's cute. That's very cute. But like, guys, we have to do the work. Don't you want to get paid?
No, we have to get paid.
You don't wanna, but you gotta. New age slavery jokes. All right, cool.
Oh,
So,
wow. Sure.
so, like I said earlier, we have a
Uh.
guest coming up at 7:30. His name is Tats. You may have seen him across your television. You may have seen him or heard him on radio. Tats Osijake. He is a former Love Island contestant and an influencer from Kaapstad. So that'll be nice to chat to him a bit later on.
Mhm.
What I do know about Tats is that he is freaking hilarious. Like the only reason why I even watched Love Island was because like he was on the show. Like that was the only reason. So very, very keen to chat to him a bit later on. But other than that, we are still out here. The whole team is still here doing their thing. Speaking of things, BBLs. I think the rise of BBLs in 2022 was quite grand. A lot more people were getting BBLs. I don't know if they were just more affordable or if like more people were just speaking about being able to do it, etc., etc. It became the in thing. If you wanted to get a Brazilian butt lift, you got it and you shared it with the world. Like nobody got a BBL and just kept quiet and continued on with their life. Everybody that got a BBL just shared it. But apparently they're becoming dangerous. Mash, what is happening?
Let me tell you, Lebang, BBLs have been dangerous for quite some time. Okay, these things have always been dangerous. They're not becoming dangerous now. And basically, for people who don't know what BBLs are, the procedure typically costs around $15,000, which is about 260,000 rands, and is not covered by insurance. During the procedure, fat would be liposuctioned from your flanks, tummy, and lower back, and injected into the derriere. It's like moving money from your check to savings account, basically.
Fair.
But I do want to share a couple of reasons why it is so dangerous. And the main reason is because, so for basically, BBLs are quite straightforward. The buttocks contain a multitude of blood vessels. Some are large, actually as large as drinking straws, to be frank. And these drain into the inferior vena cava, which is a direct line to the heart. With a BBL, fat is injected into the buttocks with a cannula. It's called a cannula or a long metal tube. It can be difficult for doctors to know where exactly they're injecting. They have sometimes mistakenly injected fat into the gluteal muscle or right below it. Fat can then travel directly into the heart, into the lungs, obstructing blood flow and causing immediate death.
Okay, so the question is,
Wow.
why do women in particular continue with this procedure? Because it's obviously not the safest.
I mean, have you seen them? They some of them, not all of them. Some people actually, it works out for them really well. They look absolutely
I've seen
amazing.
some really good BBLs, I won't lie.
Yeah.
Like, but it's the ones that don't jumpy, sir. The ones that you can't see that, oh, she got some work done. Some of them are just flawless.
over the
but
top.
the ones that get bad, they really get bad, like botched on a whole nother level. Like your waist size is like 20 centimeters. And then like everything down becomes like bigger and bigger. It's just so out of proportion.
And that's the thing. Your human body is all about proportions. This is what I always say. Everything naturally is proportional to each other. If you have the waist the size of a 20 centimeter ruler,
Dog.
and your ass is about 2 meters wide, that is
Dog.
not proportional.
It's not. And also it's not sexy. It's just not
It's
fly.
not.
And
It's
like,
not.
I can understand why certain women would want to do it in terms of like societal pressures, blah, 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 and all of that jazz. But if you're like at risk of your health, I just don't know if it's worth it.
Is this are BBLs that thing that they do in Turkey?
Well, Turkey's just one of the places where they do it.
No,
I
it
mean,
would
it's
be
called
Brazil.
Yeah,
wouldn't
they
It's
it?
a
do them in
Brazilian
Turkey,
butt
Brazil,
lift.
and South Africa. They're quite popular here in South Africa. We have some of the best BBL surgeons here too. They're not as cheap as Turkey though.
I didn't
No,
know people had 200,000 rand just sitting around for
No, but
surgeries
this-
like that. Like,
this
I'm
is what-
surprised.
Do you remember when Gareth went away to Turkey?
Yeah.
We were talking about, we found out that they do BBLs there. That's why I was just
Yes.
wondering if it's the same thing.
It is definitely the same thing, but they're more affordable. Like if you do the exchange rate vibe, it's probably like less than 200,000 rand. But it's just like the risk, man. I don't know, bro. For me, I might, but like I get why some women would fall for it. I will never understand it. And Simpu is actually right. She's saying in the comments, blame the Kardashians 100%. I blame everything on the Kardashians. Why is it raining? The Kardashians. Why is it sunny? The Kardashians. They are single-handedly responsible for all things that are going wrong in the world, especially why women are so under pressure to fit into a specific mold of what beauty is apparently, seen as.
But you know what's more sad is that Kim now reversed her BBL.
I
She's reversing
saw
everything. So
Chloe
everybody's
as
trying to
well.
look like her. Now looks like a poopo.
It doesn't make any sense. And it just that concept of just being able to reverse, I don't know, for me, it just doesn't make sense. Congo Chris in the comments is saying, imagine your girl goes for a cack and when she comes back, her ass implant is upside down. Yes. Yes, Congo Chris, imagine. Like, what is the reason? Oh, man, that's crazy.
I'm in it for Hot Girl Summer. That's
Are
all
you?
I know.
Oh, nice,
Of course
James.
you are, James.
Hot Girl Summer, man.
Of course. So you wouldn't mind if your girl was like, hey, babe, I need 200,000 rand just to go get a Brazilian butt lift. You would fund that.
Absolutely not. 250,000 rand.
Yeah, only.
That's little. You know the amount of money that ass can't get you.
Sadele is saying in the comments, I thought buying ass was a thing guys did at a strip club. Why are women buying their own ass that
There
they
you go.
already have? Well, Sadele, no, not all women have ass. Like, let's just be clear. Some women are having a long ass day. Like, the neck and the
Long.
back are one thing. Like, it's hot. There's nothing going on. It's just a vrr. So,
I mean, there's a peach body, there's an apple bottom, and then there's a pineapple body.
yeah.
There's avocado bodies. Not
Yeah.
everybody got it. And it's quite unfortunate. And if you have the money, I say go spend it
On a BBL.
on a BBL.
I don't know, or invest in crypto, or I don't know, like start a business. Like, hey, to each his own. KB saying a vas blank. Yes, that's what it is.
Yes, an
It's a
ironing
vas-
board.
An ironing board.
Mhm.
Simpu is asking something that I'm sure most people are, not most, but some people are curious about. James, speaking of hot girl summer, are you single?
It's been a long time since we've spoken about your personal life, James. We used to speak
Yeah.
about it quite often on the MKT show.
And I didn't enjoy any second of it. I'll tell you that much. So,
So,
I'm
is this
going to
like-
answer this question. We're going to move on.
Deja vu-ish.
We're going to answer the question. We're going to move on to whatever the new next thing we're talking about is. No, I'm not single.
Oh, wow.
What are we doing next? That's all we're doing. That's all we're
How
doing.
long have you-
That's all I want to
I'm
do.
seeing some
That's
people in the
all.
other room. Look at her gas. You're gonna love me there.
So
He's
how
in my
long
mind.
have you
No,
been
that's all we're doing.
not
That's
single?
all we're doing, guys.
Yeah, how long have you been single
That
and how
is-
long have you not been single?
I plead the fifth for the rest of the conversation. That's all I got.
Give the people what they want,
Give the people
James.
what they
This
want, James.
matters to people.
Sure. I plead the fifth.
No, but good for you, man.
Hmm.
I think love is good. Love is love. Do your thing. And also, like, isn't
Done.
isn't being single just too much work?
It's so much work.
Mash,
Oh,
you know
jeez.
all about
Hey.
this. Tell us.
Yo,
Hey, sorry, my body just had a natural reaction to that
Jones.
statement. It is a lot of work.
Like, what is it like out there? Like dating people? What are people like?
The dating pool is a swamp.
Yeah, no,
It
it's
is
bad.
a swamp. It is
It's
dirty.
bad.
It is green.
It's bad.
Nothing good comes from it. Nothing good. I
yeah,
mean,
no.
just yesterday I was being asked for money to buy wine, and I was like, huh?
Why?
Huh?
Not on the 35th of December, bro.
Exactly. And I'm like, yeah, this is not
Mm-mm.
working. This
Mm-mm.
so congratulations, James. You
Yeah.
have won. And
Enjoy it, dude. I feel like the
Enjoy
bar is so low. Like
It
people are
is.
just accepting whatever they can like
Do you
take.
guys think it has anything to do with COVID? I know, like a weird question, but do you think like a pandemic influenced that?
no.
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 I don't know. Maybe because I remember like specifically from since COVID, a lot of more couples got divorced. So a
True.
lot of more people
No, but there's-
became single.
There's
True.
also like innovation in all this stuff now. Like dating apps have now video calling and
What?
all that kind of stuff.
That's so
Wow.
invasive.
But it's still not enough. You
No,
know,
obviously.
one of my worst experiences was when I actually stood someone up.
Ooh.
And
No,
then
Mash.
Oh,
they
Why
did you do
turned
that?
on me, and turned out they're racist.
But
And I was like,
who
Whoa.
turned on who first? Because you stood them
Yeah,
up.
Yeah, also.
But wait, me standing you up doesn't justify you being racist.
No, definitely,
nothing
definitely.
So they
justifies
kind of
that.
expose their true colors, and I realized
Yeah.
that, oh, this person's racist. You can be mad at me and reprimand me without being racist, without
Yeah.
calling me.
Mhm.
I can't even repeat some of the stuff this person was saying to me. They were
Yeah.
so disgusting, just
Ugh.
vulgar. And yeah, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Stand a couple of people up just to see if they're racist, y'all.
Sure.
Well,
Yo,
I
okay,
don't
maybe-
think
maybe
you should
don't-
do that.
yeah,
There
don't
you
do
go.
that.
Like I wouldn't recommend that.
I don't think that's how you find out if a person's racist or not. I feel like there's other ways. If someone is racist, they'll show you one or other way that they're racist. Also, Mash, going on a dating app and then standing somebody up is just like you wouldn't like it if someone stood you up,
Yeah,
honey.
it's-
Like,
Yeah.
Andy says pickings are slim.
it's rough out
Yeah,
there.
it
The
is rough
streets
out
are
there.
cold. I was having a conversation with one of my dear friends from high school, whom I love, and she literally was telling me that she is so happy in a relationship with a married man. I'm like,
Wait,
friend,
but she's not married to him, right?
she's not the wife.
Whoa.
She's the makwapeni. She's the one who is in this
Mash
relationship with
almost
this married
just choked
man.
there. I don't know if you
Y'all
saw.
trying to choke me.
But-
I've been here.
No, this was a real conversation. But the scary thing is how happy she is. She was like, dude, we spend time together, we get along, we are in love. I'm like, bro, what is the end goal?
No, this is an actual thing, Lebang.
It's a real thing.
I have a friend who's also very happy and in a very serious relationship with a married man. In fact, they're about to have a baby.
Oh.
And they are living their best life. He just bought her a new house. He's buying her a new car. They are living their best life. He wants to. I've been telling Abona he must come clean to his wife and then take her as a second wife. How does that sound?
And how did she feel about that? Is she cool with that?
She is eager for that, but he says that if his wife were to find out, she'd kill him.
Oh my days.
Understandably.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, she'd seriously kill me. And I'm like, listen, I don't know his wife. If he says she'll kill him, then she'll kill him.
But
He
also,
knows
like,
her.
if you can buy somebody a house and a car and have a baby with
Sure.
them and still be in a relationship with your husband or wife, how are you hiding all these things?
You know, money can hide anything.
Yeah, but that's
Money.
crazy.
You
That
can
is-
buy a house in Durban, have a house in Cape Town, have a house in Bloemfontein, and keep a makwapeni in every single one. Keep
That
a
is
side in every
insane.
single one.
It just sounds like way too much work for me. Like it just sounds like too much work. Like I remember like talking to my mom and she's like, "Oh, the first time your dad cheated on me in 1994, he
Did
bought
what?
me a car as a sorry." Like
Wow.
like my dad was like, "Okay, sorry, I cheated. Here's a car." So my mom's like, "I bet." So it's possible. It is
I'd be
possible.
like,
This
cheat
thing
on
is
me
real.
more often.
But
Get
that's
me
the
a car.
problem. What's crazy is that people are happy in these situations. That's how low the bar is. That's how bad the streets are. It's cold out there. So James, congratulations to you for
Lebang.
I'm out here living my
Congo
best life.
Chris says, "Hi boy, don't throw shade at side pieces.
That's
Weekend
true.
specials is part of the culture in South Africa."
you
That's very
completely
true.
misinterpreted the song. No, you completely misinterpreted. Weekend special is not.
And then
Weekend
some
special is
some
something
people is
different.
jumping in,
It's
yeah.
not a side piece.
Some people is jumping in and saying the biggest lies on earth: married men.
Facts.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Sure.
No
Okay,
lies
wow,
detected.
wow, Simpiwe.
Sure.
No, but she's right.
wow.
Simpiwe knows.
She know, like she's absolutely right, and like the truth needs to be told, especially like men that have money. Yo.
Once you have money, it just opens that gateway and it allows you to do things that men without so much money get to do.
Yeah,
You can just cheat openly.
I
You
have a
can-
question.
Yeah.
So you say money will change things, right?
Yeah.
Then how do you go about like living your life with your money without attracting those kinds of people?
You don't attract them. You're the one who chases them.
You are already the problem.
You're the one who
Remember,
wants them.
with money, I don't think money changes you. Money just exposes who you already were. It just gives you access to things that were already inside of you. So it's not like, oh, now I've got this money, let me be a different person. It's now I've got this money, let me expand on who I already am. So if you're already a shitty nigga, if you're already like crappy with no self-control, if you already like have your own traumas from the past or whatever the case may be, you are insecure, it just amplifies all of these things. Ugh. Liam in the comments, I don't even want to read this one. Nope. Liam says everybody who gets you and Lebang have friends in common on Facebook now has questions of infidelity. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Who still uses Facebook?
Sure.
Who still uses Facebook?
I mean, I do. But...
For what? For work?
No, I just, well, to be honest, I just kind of see what's going on. Like, I got 6 notifications that engagements were going on in December last year.
Facebook is for announcements.
Yeah.
It reminds you of people's
That's
birthdays.
true.
That's only
It's-
like that's
it's
the only
like-
thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much just
It's like a calendar.
yeah, that's
Oh
it.
yes, I remember Ryan was telling me in the office that so many of his friends are getting engaged and getting married, and that's where you saw it, right, on Facebook.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Everybody's getting married now. And you know what? In response
Or having
to your-
kids.
or having kids. In
Yeah.
response to your question, James, one thing that COVID did do is a lot of people decided to get hitched like immediately.
They really did. Huh?
No, honestly, it just seems like there's this wild increase. Like the same number of divorces, the increases in divorces almost increase like is the same as the increases in marriages. People are like, you know what? We just have to jump the broom. Life is too short.
It's so
Let's
crazy.
go. Which is, I think it's fantastic.
I absolutely love it. I attended
Mm.
so many weddings this December.
Dude,
It was amazing to see.
everybody was getting married, which is nice, man.
Mm.
Keep it up. Keep it up, guys. So
Sure.
Ryan, speaking of people getting married,
When you get married, buddy.
yeah, dog.
There's nothing on the horizon, and that's why
Wait,
it's so
we should
funny.
be
like-
asking James that. He's in a relationship.
yeah, that's.
No,
back to
no, we're
James.
not doing the James personal talk. I've ruled it all out.
But James, everyone on
I've
the
ruled
show
it all out.
misses it.
I
dude.
know.
It was
I know.
so much fun.
We'll do another one. And then it could be the James
Welcome
show.
to the James Show, ladies and gentlemen.
Congo Chris is more money, more honeys.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts.
So-
More money, more problems.
More money, more
actually.
problems, yeah.
That's what it is.
You're right.
Now, but
Very
I think
right.
like to each their own, man. Do things in your own time. Like, don't be pressured by society to like do wild things. If you feel like you need to be in a relationship with somebody who's married and that makes you happy, like do your thing. But just know that there's people involved. Like there are people involved at the end of the day. It's-
Also, remember, once you've made your bed, that's all. And you must
hey.
sleep.
Aren't people scared of witchcraft? Dog, me personally, like I'm scared of Boloi, dog. Like my first thought is if
Bro,
I get into bed with somebody who belongs to someone else, I'm like, I might just get lawyered by this person's wife. So no, that's like the first thing that comes to my mind. I can't.
Lebang, bro, this is something I learned in primary school. They always
Hey.
used to do this example for us where they glued 2 pieces of paper together
Yeah.
and said to us that, Bono, when you sleep with someone, kids, I was
Mm.
like in grade 3, I was like, sleep? Like you just get into bed and sleep? And they're like, when you sleep with someone, you're basically bonding your souls together.
Mm.
And when you split apart and go to someone else, this is what you're doing. Then they tear those 2 pieces of paper apart. And I was like, oh, I was traumatized for life.
Grade 3.
Grade
Sure.
3, that's what they were teaching us.
Yo,
Holy
that
Moses.
school is lit.
That school is lit. I mean, look at
Wow.
me now. You know, that school was absolutely lit. And yeah, I mean, that's where I actually got to fear that
Mm.
whole consensus and that whole mentality of Bona being with someone who's with someone else.
It's
I
very
can't.
tricky. It's very tricky, guys. Boloi. I know it. Do you guys know what Boloi is? I can see you.
No,
Ryan and James are like,
I have no
Um,
idea what you're talking about.
No, but you're gonna tell us.
Mash, I think this is your forte.
Boloi is witchcraft, kids.
It's witchcraft, honey.
So it is an actual thing here in South Africa. And I've seen
globally,
so many people deal with it. There was videos actually trending on Twitter where there was one video where a guy kept scratching his balls. Like he just kept scratching them. And he was just in public in the middle of the street. And he's like, my wife actually put a hex on me. And basically, if I sleep with another woman, my balls will just be really itchy. That's how she'd know. And that was him. He was like, I slept with another woman and now my balls are just so itchy.
yeah, this is
Sure.
definitely
Is
not.
this the same kind of witchcraft where you see those signs on the bins of Johannesburg? It's like, call this number.
Aren't those penis enlargements?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
No,
is
but-
it the
no,
penis
but-
enlargement
It's the same
people?
WhatsApp.
Same
Same
WhatsApp
WhatsApp
group.
group.
Yeah, like if you want to deal with it, like if you suspect that somebody has, put something on you,
Mm.
put something in your food, or put like while you're dreaming,
Something
and,
on you.
yeah, like if you
Mm.
suspect, you can call that number and they can sort it out.
There was one that
Wow.
actually trended on Twitter where 2 people, basically, I think the guy was married and he slept with someone. And then
Didn't they get stuck together?
They got stuck together.
Yeah, I remember that
You
story.
saw that one?
Yeah, I saw it. They literally like they couldn't
couldn't
move. They were stuck
Where do
together.
you find these
How?
articles?
Twitter.
Yeah.
No, never mind
Wow.
Twitter, like real life, bro. And it's not a South African thing. Like, let it be known. Like, witchcraft is it's an ancient across the globe. It happens everywhere. It's not just South Africa. But Boloi,
No, you guys breezed over that way too quickly. Hang on.
Yes,
They were stuck together.
they were stuck together.
I want to
was stuck in
know.
her.
I want to know.
He was stuck inside of her because essentially, like he was cheating on her. That wasn't. Oh,
wow.
we didn't give
No, you
details.
didn't
No,
get
you
that
didn't
far.
know.
I
Like,
thought you meant,
that's-
no, I'm
whoa.
stuck against his arm.
Yeah, no, I was
Yeah.
okay.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
So this guy decided he's gonna cheat on his wife, like most men do. And then
Nice.
as soon as they started having sex, they couldn't like get out. Like the scissors were no longer.
Lebang,
You
I feel
know?
like you're out here throwing unnecessary shade at men this morning. Like,
No.
Such
like
shade.
most men do. Come on, Lebang.
Okay, where's the lie though? Look at the stats, honey.
Where the lie?
Where the lie at? I wish I was throwing shade, but I'm literally just sitting here speaking from what the statistics say, dog.
KB says Khali Pirimi.
Oh my
Hmm.
gosh. Khali Pirim.
Now, what does that mean?
Mash, you're up.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, you gotta
help
explain
us. You gotta help us.
I assume Lebang would know what that means. KB, please elaborate.
Is it something I can Google?
I think that's what it's called. But I'm Sutu, y'all. I'm not Tswana.
The difference is not that major, Mash, either. Between I feel
it's
like
okay. I'm googling it.
Okay,
It's
well,
okay, I got
if you
this.
can find anything. Anyway, cool. So we are almost at 7:30. We'll come back with more on Moloi here on the Gareth Clip Show. Oh man, I
Oh
love
my
it here.
God.
I love it here. Friday, hashtag no politics Friday. This is what happens when you let us talk about whatever we want to talk about. We're gonna talk about whatever we want to talk about, and you're gonna have to just sit and take it in. So our guest is almost ready to join us. I did say earlier on that he is one of my faves, man, a celeb, a very, very funny guy, former Love Island contestant and influencer from Cape Town. And Ryan was telling me something so funny about the work that he does in Cape Town at McDonald's. But I'm gonna leave that story for Ryan just to elaborate on, because I'm still in disbelief of how true that is. But I think let's get him on so we can just get the show going. Very, very excited, very cool, very keen. It is look at that coolness. What the
Damn.
Okay.
Like,
Damn.
Wagwan, what we say,
Look at-
gang?
is that a
Nice.
do-rag? I see a black do-rag. I see black shades, a black shirt on
Come
a
on,
Friday.
You feel the vibes? You feel the vibes?
Damn.
On
How
a
y'all
whole
doing?
Friday.
Oh, Tats.
How you doing, bro?
Morning,
my
son.
boy, I'm nice. How y'all doing this morning?
We good.
We
We good.
good,
Welcome
bro,
to
we
the
good.
show. Welcome to the show. It is a Friday morning. How did you feel waking up this early? Or unless this is like this is just what you do.
Yo, listen, I was out last night. Man said Cabo Beach Club. Tag is still on. You know what I'm saying? The eyes are a bit way. So I just had to say, listen, dim the lights, y'all. Dim the lights. Are we
Yo,
out
you
here?
are suffering.
Yo, I had to come through with the 4 alarms, fam.
All right, cool. So, Tats is a Durban-born, Josie-raised, and Cape Town-based. He says he embodies what it is to be a city boy. He's all about living a balanced lifestyle, which is reflected in his content, fitness, music, food, fashion, art, groove. He says it's all part of who I am. Bro, you've worked with so many dope brands. I mean, in the world of influencers and content being, like the most looked after thing and what people really want to engage with the most, McDonald's, GQ, Flying Fish, Red Bull. Bro, like how? Like tell us more about how you just like got into this field. Was this something that you just like kind of woke up and fell into, or is it always kind of been inside of you?
Yeah, I think it kind of has been something that was inside of me, and it's kind of just grown over the years because I started out in 2014 as a brand communicator. So,
Sure.
when they hit you up for the promos and they
Oh,
like,
yeah.
bro, come through, do this in-store promo at Pick and Pay or something like that. And at the time, I was trying to make money to work on VAC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying
Right.
to operate on Matric VAC. I'm getting DAC. I'm getting ready. And boom, I got plugged with this job to work in-store. And that's kind of where it started, like I got a brief, I got told what to do, and I started like hollering at the people, and from there, my passion for brand communication just grew and it evolved into what it is today. I mean, influencing wasn't really a thing a few years ago, so I had no idea what it could grow into, but I just stayed true to like what I enjoyed doing, and this is what it's blossomed into, and
For sure.
I'm very grateful for what it is now.
Yeah. So how would you
Yeah.
like maintain it? Like I've seen like a lot of people get into the game. Everybody wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to be a content creator. Like so getting in like seems like the easy part, but like let's talk about the maintenance of like staying in that place because there's so like the market is saturated. Everybody has access to a phone. But how would you say the maintenance of remaining in that position is something you can execute and do?
Sure. I think like other like parts of the entertainment industry, it's like a longevity game. So like you kind of have to try and stay relevant and kind of just be who you are. I think authenticity is like number one in this game.
Yeah.
And that's really gonna stretch, your lifespan in the game. So yeah, that's pretty much what I like prioritize.
Yeah.
And yeah, that kind of just keeps me relevant and keeps me, like in the game so far. I mean, I haven't been in the game for that long, but inshallah, we're gonna be in this thing for a long
Love
time,
it. Love it. Love it. So
Yeah.
let's talk life after Love Island. I mean, that must have been a crazy boost for your everything, must have put you up onto a whole nother level. So how was your experience being on that reality show? And also, was that stuff real or were you guys just acting? Like, let's be honest.
Bruh. Look, I can't say too much because of NDAs and that. I don't want the FBI at my door. But nah, I'm playing, man. But for real though, there is a degree of like curation that goes on. Obviously, they are producers and there's storylines to follow. But for the most part, it is up to you to like play your game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then life after the show was like, yo, bruh, it was crazy because like everybody who was on the show ended up in Cape Town for like a long time together, and we were just going out and like doing a mazza in the streets. We're touching groove every night. Like it got to a point where Oaks were just hosting us like night after night after night after night. Got to a point where we were just tired, like we were done with groove. I didn't want to touch bottles. I didn't want to see lights. It was just too much, bro. And then after that, after like that kind of dust settled, because everyone obviously like it kind of went to our heads for a bit. We were like, yo, this is the life, we're having different things. And then after that, we kind of had to get serious about like what we're gonna do now to make up and to like sustain ourselves as these people, as influencers now. Like as you leave the show, it pretty much puts you like in the spotlight, and it really just gives you opportunities now to work with different brands and different people that you might not have if you didn't have that exposure, yeah, I think for me it was a thing of just like patience. Like I really had to be patient with myself because as soon as I left the show, to be honest, I thought I was gonna have 1 million followers and it was gonna be like Love Island UK type beat, like now I'm being endorsed by all these brands and I'm traveling the world. So when I came off the thing, it wasn't all that. So I kind of had to like dial it down and be like, okay, what's the game plan now? I need to make a game plan, reach out to certain people, make some cash. And yeah, I mean, that's what I did,
Dude, like it sounds like there's a lot of grooving that generally like happens around like around the lifestyle, around content creating in general. Just sounds like the parties don't stop. Like, are you able to balance it? Because I know you're a student as well, right?
Yeah.
How are you balancing all this groove and all this turn up with the content creation that is essentially your bag, and also, with having to be a student?
Yeah, it's really a balancing act. It's like a juggling act, It reached a point where I had to stop groove for a bit because like I was in two minds, like the one brain was saying, hey bro, go out, turn up, do this thing fully, boy, leave the books. And then the other mind was like, hey, Joe, you started this degree, bro. You got to finish it. You got to see it through. You know, the fam is waiting for the degree. They sent you to Cape Town to get a degree, bro. You're going to come back with what? So I really had to like play mind games with myself and be like, hey, bro, like we need to buckle down now and like start actually working on this degree. And, you know, fortunately, I have a few more exams to do and then the degree's in the bag. So yeah, man, it's time to really just buckle down and do what you gotta do sometimes, you know?
Yeah. No, that seems legit. So Ryan was telling me a story before we got on the show, something about McDonald's. Like how you just like rock up there and McDonald's pays you to span there for a day. Like, firstly, I'd be pissed if I'm an actual employee of McDonald's and I'm there busy frying the chips there, busy with the burgers, busy with the Happy Meals, and you come in for a day and tell me how to do my job. How does that even work, bro?
Yo, bro, Ryan, Brad, you violated that one, bro. Like, I didn't even gov the situation like that, bro. Like, I was just pulling up, I was being bubbly. Mina, so I pull up to the McD's, man, and most times it's National Drive-Through Day. Sure. And this is where they get like influencers to pull up to the McD's drive-through and basically work as an employee for the day. They teach you the ropes. They show you how like the system works. You got to type in, you know, certain things like, hey, bro, let me tell you now, like, you think it's chilled working at McD's? You think, oh, wait, that's the backup plan. I'm not if I don't go to school. Hey, bro, that Chinese is a tight ship. Like, it's actually, it's high intensity. It's quick turnover. You know, you have to always be on the ball. I found myself like just standing around sometimes and people around me are always moving and they're like, hey, what you doing, bro? Like, we need to keep it going, you know? So it really does take like training and, you know, like a certain seriousness to be able to do a job like that, you know? So yeah, I mean, it was really dope, like working at the McD's. I pulled up to Greenpoint and the whole team was like just stoked to see me. The team was very welcoming, you know? And yeah, it was a really dope experience. I would even say it was a bit humbling in a sense, you know? Just like how I realized, you know, certain things. Yeah.
I just want to find out, Tats, how did you find out about the first Love Island shoot? Like, how do you apply? Because I know you came in late. You were like a late applicant, and you came in on like day 21. So how did you find something like that? Was it through like an agency or was it, you know?
Bro, to be honest,
did you audition?
Yes. A lot of auditions, a lot of interviews and that. But I initially found out through Twitter, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I was vibing on Twitter the one day. You know how it goes, Ryan. We on the TL and one of my homies, Kumil, sends me a message and he's like, hey, bro, love this thing. Like, Love Island's coming to South Africa. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't really know what Love Island is, to be honest. Like, I'd heard about it.
New. It was only the first season that it just they just started filming.
Yeah, I mean the South African one, it was the first season, but like they had been doing, you know, the UK versions, the US versions, and that. But I wasn't watching those. So one of my homies hit me up and he was like, "Yo, you gotta go on this thing." I asked him what it's about. He was like, "Nah, it's calm. It's this TV show where a bunch of hot singles pull up and, you know, they try and find love on the
way
island."
You say love, you know nobody's looking for love, bro.
Did anybody actually come out of that with anyone? Because I don't think so.
Love in inverted commas.
Hey,
it was there for a good time, not a long time. Come on.
Hey, dog. I mean, if we're being honest, man, like if you can't find love in the real world where there's 7 billion people,
what
how
more?
you gonna find it when there's 14 people in a villa?
And it's crazy. It's like they almost set you guys up for disappointment. Like, we're just gonna get a bunch of hot people, put you all in a house. This is the most unrealistic environment we could come up with. On your marks, get set, go find love. Come on, bro.
Dude, it's like, it's a setup, bro.
It
a
is.
setup.
Yeah.
But
It sounds
it's
like a
the setup
mother.
that
And
you-
like,
It's the setup that you want sometimes,
yeah, but not the long way. No ways. Bro, let's
Ish.
talk about growing up in Joburg and then like moving to Cape Town. It's obviously two different worlds. It's in the same country, but it's like a completely different vibe. And we're saying earlier on in the show how like in December during this period, everybody in Joburg like picks up and just rushes to Kapstad, and then it just becomes like Joburg 2.0, just in a better
Yo.
looking environment, So how has that
Yeah.
transition been for you? And like, what are some of the differences that you can speak on, which are like quite like relevant and stood out for you in your life?
Aware. So like the biggest difference for me was the change of pace. Like Josie is all about hustle, it's fast paced, it's hard hitting. And then I moved to Cape Town and it was like such a change of pace. It was like so slow. Like the days are even longer. The sun is going down at like 9. And it's like, it's just a bit like confusing, bruh. And then the people are also like super chilled here, bruh. Like, folks, it almost felt like there wasn't that sense of urgency when I first moved here.
Yeah.
But I think it's just more something you need to come to terms with in terms of like the culture, because Josie is quick, fast. Like I meet someone today, I tell them what I do, they tell me what they do. We find out we're in the same industry. By tomorrow, we're working. In Cape Town, it takes a bit more, building of that relationship, because I also do find like Cape Town is a bit more cliquey than Josie. Like, yeah, people in Cape Town are a bit more reserved until you get to know them like on a deeper level, like not to say that they are like cliquey people like for the long run, but like initially when you meet them, they're not as like, Josie has like this culture of like just embracing, all walks of life, all different people. And then Cape Town has a more, I'm gonna protect what I have type thing. But yeah, like once you get into it, it's really dope actually. Like, yeah. And yeah.
I need to ask because like I know Gareth always says that like Cape Town is like it's your side bitch, like you're just gonna go there for a week, you're not gonna marry Cape Town, like you don't want to live there but you don't mind visiting, like you can pop in and out. So I have to ask, as a young Black content creator living in Cape Town, are there any challenges that you experience like from a racial perspective? Because I have seen so many stories from young Black creatives who are in advertising, who are in content creating, who just live there, and the complaints are rife about being in Cape Town and being Black. So honestly, have you experienced anything that, maybe wasn't as great, or are you just like riding the wave and just like living your best life out there?
Yeah, dude. I will say that I've heard a lot about it. A lot of like homies of mine have spoken on it, and I would say personally, I've experienced it in like personal settings, less so in a, I don't know what to call it, like corporate setting, less so like when I'm auditioning for a role, on a TVC type of thing, or like when I'm working with brands and that. I think maybe because I also work a lot with brands that aren't only from Cape Town. I work a lot with like Joburg-based brands,
Good.
I work a lot with people who aren't really from here. I work a lot remotely as well. But yeah, like I will say that there is this sentiment of like Black excellence in Josie. Like Josie peeps definitely like push that steez, like we have a lot of examples of successful Black people in different spheres, and I feel like the narrative in Cape Town kind of needs to change. And I think it might be because there's a lot of old money in Cape Town too. Yeah, like back in the DZ.
Call it what it is, dog. Is that apartheid money, dog? It is what it is,
Hey,
bro.
Joe, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like
we can't step on eggshells anymore. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, bro. Like definitely that Jan van Riebeck money coming in. So You know, we're trying to change the narrative now. We're trying to get the Madibas.
Yeah,
For
We're trying to get the
sure,
team
for sure,
going,
boy.
you know?
Yeah, no, good luck down there, dog. Like, I hope you'll be one of the people that can start setting those examples, you know, so that more young Black Africans living in South Africa can see what they can also become as they grow up. Whether it's through school, finish that degree, dog. Stay in school, like don't even trip. Groove is not going anywhere. You know, whether it's through your content creation and you know all the brands that you're working with, like you know, use this opportunity wisely and just make sure that like you know you leave a mark out there, bruh.
Yo. You hit it on the head, fam.
Yeah.
All
right.
No.
You're gonna rip. So before we
I'm
let you
a
go,
rep.
what can we expect to see from you for 2023? Like, is anything exciting coming up? Is there Love Island 2 coming up? You know what's happening?
Yeah, man. 2023 is gonna be a mazza. Unfortunately, I haven't heard of Love Island 2.0 yet. But definitely. I'm gonna be operating this year. I'm branching into music this year, and you know I'm gonna get my bars up. So yeah, bro, I'm working with some producers. You know, shout out Astro. I'm learning the Cape Town landscape. You know, and yeah, I'm navigating it now. And by the end of this year, we definitely gonna be on the waves.
Yeah,
yeah,
on the waves, literally
on the waves.
Nah, thank you so much for joining us, bro. All the best with the music, all the best with the content. Make sure if you're listening at home or watching and you don't know who this is Tato. Tato, what is your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, your whole thing? Where can people follow you?
Yes, sir. So my Instagram is @manliketats. Follow me on YouTube too, manliketats, and on Twitter, manliketato. Yeah, that's about it, man.
All right. Thank you so
Awesome.
much for coming through,
Yeah,
bro.
thanks for coming through, man.
On the show, y'all. I really appreciate
sure.
it. Yeah, you guys are doing a dope thing here for real. So keep it up.
Away. Thank you. Man like Tats. Just like that, guys. Like, what are you doing with your life, eh?
Damn.
Huh? Others are in Cape Town living their best.
Sure.
Coming straight from Groove to radio. Like,
and we're just in a studio here.
We're just in the studio, like waking up at 5 a.m.
Yay, vibes and
like,
stuff.
Check your lives, guys.
Mash, would you go into Love Island?
I would go on Love Island.
Oh, I'd love to watch that. You see, if they can put Mash on Love Island, I'm watching.
I feel like, you'd be problematic, man.
That'd be
give it a go.
problematic.
No.
Yeah, it'll be just fights and people beating each other up.
But
Maybe
you need to
someone will
find
die.
love. Man.
Maybe
When it
someone
comes
will
to
even
me-
die.
Because my love life is quite dramatic. I have to be honest. There's always fights. There's a lot of stuff that I actually filter out and don't share on the show. It is quite
for
crazy.
a reason. KB this skr guest. Yeah, no, he was a straight up skr. I won't lie.
Yes.
And if you don't know what a skr is, it's fine. Don't ask. Don't worry, it's alright.
I'd also like to say happy birthday, Ruth. I saw in the comments that people are wishing Ruth happy birthday. It is her birthday weekend coming up. So
happy birthday,
Mazel
Ruth.
tov.
Happy birthday. Not
Not
doing
no.
that? Alrighty, cool.
No.
I just wanted to make sure.
I can't sing.
No, we don't do that out here. But happy birthday. That's really
birthday.
nice. I'm not going to ask how old you're turning, Ruth. All I know is that you have been such a loyal Gareth Cliff show listener from the jump, and we love you. And like, we hope you have a good time. And you must send us pictures next week. We want to see exactly what happened. Yeah.
So Lebang, we've all
Yes.
spoken about what we're getting up to this weekend, but you didn't mention what you were doing. I'm assuming the kids are back in town.
Yes, the kids have actually been back for a while, but Fridays are never just like normal days in my household. Literally, like as soon as the show ends, I'm going home to pack. I'm driving out to Mpumalanga again. There is like a
What today?
like now, like literally as soon as the show ends, I'm
Wow.
like I have to go. Yeah, there's a celebration at home, so we're gonna go there, support, be out there chopping, cooking, the vibes.
I love those vibes.
Bobs.
You know the vibes, my
Are
boy.
you guys slaughtering a goat, a cow?
We're not slaughtering. Money is going to be delivered in a brown envelope to the homestead. So yeah, that's what's happening. And then I'll be back on Sunday. So my weekend's gonna be pretty busy. But I'm not taking the kids with me. I've had to pay my nanny overtime. She's gonna hang out this side with the kids. It's just me and my man.
Wait, Lebang, I'm so curious now. What's being celebrated?
Yeah, no, because I'm just hearing brown envelope and money.
Money. Huh?
I just said
What
don't
kind of
ask.
money?
Don't ask. No, I'm kidding. No, my partner's sister is getting not lobola, like pre-lobola. So yeah, we're just going there to like enjoy ourselves, get lit with the family, and it's basically the joining of two families essentially.
Beautiful.
So that's why like we need to wrap this up so I can be Audi like TT.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Audi like TT.
Yeah.
Sure.
Get
That
it?
is
Some exciting
Yes.
stuff.
Guys, like I'm busy here with the bars, man. I feel like you guys aren't appreciating my bars. Like earlier on, like when we're talking about soccer, I was like, oh, this is getting messy.
No, that was brilliant. I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah, that was good.
That was-
Audi
that was the
like
one in the
TT,
morning.
huh?
Audi like TT, like Audi TT.
Sure.
Yeah, Audi like TT.
Vrr. Where's
I
George
got
Mini when
it.
I need him? Hey, you guys.
Ish, hasn't it?
Hey, in life. All right, guys, but I think we've actually reached almost the end of the show. Let's wrap it up. I think we've had a very good time. I want to say congra. Ryan, you guys have done so well this week. Congra Mash, you guys have been kicking ass. Congra Simpiwe. I know you're not on right now, but I know you're
She's
listening, honey. Like congra, you guys held it down. It's safe to say that when Gareth wants to take a break, the show will go on. Literally, and the show will still be straight fire. You know what I'm saying? So big ups yourselves. You know, like give yourselves
Thank you.
a pat on the back. You know, get yourselves
Thank
a
you.
bells.
And thanks for the listeners for all the cool comments and
Yes.
getting involved every morning. I mean, we've been
Yes.
doing this since Tuesday.
Yeah.
We've been all up early and everybody's been getting involved and enjoying the show, and we've been getting WhatsApps and comments, and yeah, we really appreciate that as well. So back to regular programming on Monday. I think everyone's ready for Gareth. I don't know if
Yes.
Gareth is ready,
Is Gareth ready for
That's-
Gareth?
because I haven't heard from him.
Mm,
And
he's been quiet.
I did text him for one or two things, and I got left on red. But I was like, the man's on holiday,
Yeah, he ain't got no time. for
He's
us,
got no
bro.
time right now. So
Like,
Monday he's back, and we are back to regular programming, back to normal, back to normality, and yeah, it's exciting.
It's gonna be
Exciting
really, really
stuff.
nice. Also, like big ups most importantly to like the audience, like you said. Like,
Mm.
the comment section is so fire. I just need to take this moment to big you guys up, because what I enjoy the most about the show is just seeing the comments. The comment section alone is a party. Like there's some mornings where I'm like, do I have to do the show? Can't I just sit in the comments? It's so nice there. Like everybody's just talking, doing their thing. And it's safe to say there's like a real like family vibe that's
Yeah.
going on here. And I wish we could like have a day where we all come together and meet each other in real life. Like I'm trying to put some faces to these names. You know what I'm saying? Like I
I'm
want to,
sure it's gonna happen.
like it has
it's
to
gonna
happen.
happen.
It
It's
has to
happening
happen.
this year.
Let's
We
do
are
it this
on.
year. Now let's try and convince Rena and Gareth to just have like a bite, like the Gareth Cliff Show party, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Also, if you want to drop any voice notes on the WhatsApp line that we can play for next week when Gareth is on, you can WhatsApp us on 071-783-6214.
Okay, do you want to say that again? Because you
Yes.
kind
Yeah,
of
you made
botched
that
us
Did
the
I,
first
did
time.
I,
Gotta go
did I
one
really
time.
botch? All right,
Yeah.
so 071
Mm.
783
Mm.
6214.
Mm.
Nice.
So
Nice.
hit us up there with a
Mm.
voice note. We can, put on the show next week.
And don't
when
forget to
Gareth's
also
back.
chat with us on Twitter using hashtag GCS Live. Let's keep the
Yes.
conversation going even after the show and even
Yes.
throughout the weekend.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
So go out there into the world and be great and get as much tequila in your system as possible, because Monday Gareth is back. We are all super excited to have him back, and let's make sure it's a memorable one. Like let's make sure when he comes back, he's coming back to some fire, and that can only happen if the audience is ready. So the comment section is alive as always. Thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you to my insane colleagues. Thank you so much, Mash, for being awesome and crazy. Thank you so much, Ryan, for being so reliable and equally as crazy. Thank you, James, for being good looking. We love it when you're here.
Yeah.
And thank you so much at home for tuning in to the Gareth Cliff Show. We will see you next week when Gareth is back. My name is Lebang Khosana. Have a fantastic weekend.